Next year marks 10 years in the real estate business for me, and here's what I would do if I had to restart my business all over from scratch in 2024. And hey, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe for this channel if you are into all things related to real estate marketing and business systems for realtors. So in the Market Authority Academy, my signature mentorship for realtors, I am teaching them a total business system to take their business from kind of winging it, tons of overwhelm, drowning in information and not sure what the right method to go in order to create consistent growth and scalability in their real estate business. I'm taking them from that space and giving them specifically the systems that they need to see real tangible results, including more closings, more revenue, and more time and flexibility. Now, my real estate business looks like that today because I've spent nearly a decade honing in on these systems and processes. But here's what I would have done if I were starting from scratch day one with all of the knowledge or access to all the systems and resources that I have. I would first, number one, recognize what season I'm in. Expectations are huge, and making sure that you stay motivated and attached to the process instead of passionate about the outcome is critical, especially when you're rebuilding your real estate business. And so making sure that I have the right mindset and expectation would be number one on my list. We are all in a specific season at any given time, and there are three main seasons that we can find ourselves in business and in life. We have the planting season where we are planting seeds for growth. We are making sure that the soil is primed. We are making sure that we are planting things for success and taking care in how we are putting these little seedlings in place. Next is the nurturing season. You want to make sure that you are watering and nurturing the little plants that you have just planted. It would make no sense to harvest at this point because you've not given what you've planted any time to grow. And then finally, we are led to the harvest season. This is where all of that time and effort has come to fruition and given you something to harvest in abundance. Again, it makes no sense on trying to harvest during the planting and nurturing season because you are still needing to put in the time and effort to see those results come to fruition. And likewise, sometimes you can be planting, but the environment is not right. The soil is not primed, and you have a poor harvest. Sometimes you can be nurturing, but a storm comes out of nowhere and demolishes your little seedlings, and you have to start from scratch. In these instances, you just have to be ready to pivot. But again, recognizing what season you are in and making sure you have the right resources to meet you where you're at is going to be critical for your success. And likewise, having the right mindset is going to make sure that you actually utilize those resources in the right way. Now, the second thing that I would do if I was restarting my business from scratch is I would really pay attention to building in structure and accountability. Because we left such a highly structured environment in corporate finance to the wild, wild west of running a real estate business with no experience, we suffered a lot. We were overwhelmed. We were drowning in information and really trying to figure out what the best route to go was. We had to do a lot of the DIY approach, which was very expensive, both in terms of time and money. And honestly, it was exhausting. It's really tiring to constantly be second guessing every move, especially not really having a good soundboard to bounce ideas off of or make sure that you're doing the right thing. Luckily, I had the partnership of my husband, but a lot of agents are solo and doing this alone. And so really making sure that you have structure and accountability by getting a like-minded community of real estate agents on your level is really helpful. And that's what I would have done going back if I was starting over. I would make sure I had some kind of a plan and some kind of built-in community to make sure that while I had the resources, I would do the work that was needed and stick to the process even when things got hard. Finally, the last thing that I would do is give myself permission. So many agents are waiting to purchase a CRM for their business because they assume they have to be closing deals consistently. So many agents are waiting to join that coaching program that they know they need because they feel like they have to have a few closed deals under their belt. So many agents are afraid to have those conversations with new clients because they feel like they don't have the right answers to whatever questions they might get asked. Similarly, I see this happening with agents who are very well seasoned. They might have 10 or 20 years under their belt, and they know they need to start over and apply their business to social media and AI. But the not knowing and the newness of that whole process is scary to them. And because they feel like they don't have all of the answers and all of the tips and all of the resources they need in that moment, they are afraid of taking action because it doesn't feel like the environment and timing is perfect. This is a mistake. Your environment is built. It doesn't just come to you. It is built by every single action that you take. And so looking back, I would not be so afraid to take action. I would not be so afraid to start those conversations and really get myself going when it came to creating my brand on and off social media, to engaging with my database to get more referrals and business from those individuals. I would not wait for permission to be investing in my business to make sure that I had all the things that I needed to grow. Like if I look back to my corporate finance job, if I had shown up on day one knowing that I needed a computer to do my job well, but they told me I had to do my job for a couple of weeks before they would give me a computer, it would be a non-starter. Like I wouldn't have the resources that I needed in order to do what they needed me to do. And so it's kind of like a chicken and the egg thing. I would make sure that I'm not waiting for permission, giving myself permission to take action and invest in the areas that I needed to invest in to give myself the best chance of success. And now I want to hear from you. What would you do if you were starting your business over in 2024? Or looking back, what is one thing that you wish you knew when you were really creating this business of your dreams? And leave that in the comments below. I'd love to have a dialogue with you there. And if you are in a place of restarting your business, right? Maybe you've been in the business for 10 or 20 years and you're ready to turn a new leaf and have a different type of business model, one that's more structured and organized and built off of systems, not winging it. Then I want to talk to you. Book a time with me below about the Market Authority Academy. I would love to have you on my calendars so we can have a conversation about what kind of business you envision in the future. And if it seems like I can help, then we'll share more about that at that time. Thanks as always for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.